Oh, hello everybody. So today is going to be a little bit different. Um, the sporadic uploads on my channel continue. I'm doing a review today of Arknights Endfield. So full disclaimer, I am like not very far in the game. I'm still in chapter 1. I think I'm in part 4 of chapter 1, but I'm still in chapter 1. So it's not going to be edited because I don't do video editing. So yeah, let's get that stuff out of the way first. So what um, what do I want to talk about? So this review is going to be slightly different from most reviews. Most reviews will, you know the formula now. They will take you through the game, the steps of the game, and they'll explain how the mechanics of the game work in different aspects, and then offer a cursory opinion on it if you're lucky. And I say if you're lucky because I don't know, people's opinions they tend not to make their ways into the reviews most of the time, probably because they're sponsored or they don't want to piss off the developers to stop them from getting sponsorship deals in the future. I don't know. Anyway, I'm like a 3 view if I'm lucky YouTube channel, so I can say what I want. So yeah, the first thing then I want to talk about is your expectations going into this game really matter. If you are a gacha veteran, so I am, I've been playing gachas since 2014, mobile gachas. So I've never played a console gacha before. This is the first one, but I have played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I played that for about 4 years. I played Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. I played Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia, um, War of the Visions. What else have I played? Seven Deadly Sins, Grand Cross. What else have I played? Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. You get the picture. I played a lot of gachas over a long period of time. And those, I didn't just play them for like a month. I think Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross was the least amount of time that I spent on that. I have spent money on gachas. I've been free to play on gachas. I've been, a light spender and a medium spender. So I've got a wealth of experience. The only thing I don't know what it's like is being a whale. But I know a lot about gachas, so that's my experience. If you go into this game treating it like it is a gacha game, I believe you will be disappointed. Why is that? So unless you've got shit tons of money that you're gonna fling around, then obviously I can't talk to you on that matter. But yeah, you're going to be disappointed if you go into this game like it's a gacha game. Don't treat this game like a gacha game. This is a game that you can get for free that is extremely fun to play. It has a very good factory base building simulating thing. And the actual gameplay itself is very snappy, it's very responsive, and it's very fun to play. It's very unlike a gacha game because it's an action hack and slash. Your skill is a massive factor in the game. A lot of gacha games, they are literally just, do you have the stats to do the content? And people who are better at the game will be able to push the content faster, but ultimately it is, do you have the stats to do the content? I'm sure there will be a point where you do need stats to do the content, but ultimately you can just dodge. You can dodge everything. So, survivability is not an issue. It's just your DPS that's an issue, and that's where, the gear comes in. So that's a strange thing for a gacha. Again, I'm not very far in the game, so I'm sure that I will get to a point where I run out of DPS, so it doesn't matter that I'm not getting hit, but I'm not there yet. I'm, like 20 hours into the story. So, yeah, don't treat this game like a gacha. If you look at my pulls, I have done 0 pulls on the limited banner. I will be doing 0 pulls on the limited banner. If you get this game now, or if you started playing this game, all the controversy happened, you logged in, you hated it, and then you logged off never again, I implore you, try it again. Just don't care about who you're playing. Why? Like, you don't need to care about who you're playing. It's not a typical gacha. Your typical gachas, the gameplay's garbage. It just is. I've played many gachas. The gameplay is not great. I think like the best gameplay I've probably had in a gacha was maybe like Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and that got old real fast. It was just because it was like, the card system was relatively new at the time. Same with like Reverse 1999, that was the same. That got old real fast. I only played that for like a month. So the gameplay in these gachas is normally garbage. Like, I've played a little bit. I do tell a lie. I have played a little bit of Genshin Impact. The gameplay in that has nothing on the gameplay in this. Do not treat this game like a gacha. Treat this game like a normal RPG, except you have like how many playable characters? So I have obviously I've spent 99 pence on this game to get this weapon. I almost always do that. It's just how I play. But this is a free character. This is a free character. Was a guaranteed 6-star. So like if you just play the game, you will get a guaranteed 6-star. This character is a guaranteed 6-star. If you play the game for 3 days in a row, you get this character. This is a 5-star. This is 4-star, 5-star, 5-star. All of these characters I've got for free. How many is that? 20 characters, maybe? How many RPGs do you know where there are 20 different playable characters and all of them have different moves and different skills and do different things? There aren't any. That's what you should treat this game as. That is what this game is. So yeah, so that's the first thing. Do not treat this game like it's a gacha. So I'm not going to be going over the gacha system because it's garbage. Don't engage with it. Do your pulls. Ignore. Do not see this 24,000 in the top right corner. This 24,000. This 5,025. I don't even know what they are. Don't touch them. Don't pull on this banner. I've just been using the free tickets that I get for this. Every time I get 10, I do a 10 pull. That's it. And then there's another banner that you can't see because you get 40 pulls just by progressing the story. Literally, just do the free stuff that it gives you, and don't care who you get. If I got Ardelia here, you can pull her, even though you get her for free. And people have been complaining. They're saying, "Oh, my account's bricked." No, it's not. You've got all the other 5-stars that you can use. I've got 8 free 10 pulls on this banner, and you get a guaranteed 6-star after 8 free 10 pulls. Even if you get another Ardelia, so what? You've still got all your other 5-stars. The game is still playable. You've still got 20 playable characters. So this game is not a gacha. So let's move on to the actual thing. So I'm going to address the elephant in the room, the base building. Now, I'm an idiot. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm an idiot. I also cannot visualize anything ever. So when it comes to doing this and planning out, like, oh, I need a fit unit here and a shredding unit, oh, but how am I going to fit this in, and oh, what am I going to put in this space here? I am terrible at all of that. And yet I have a functioning base. Yes, it could be much more optimized. Yes, it could do better. But my base does what I want it to do. I want it to produce. These, which are book capsule bees. I want it to produce those, and I want it to produce these batteries. I can make these now. Nice. So yeah, that's what I want this base to do, my base to do, and that's what it does. Easy. It is not difficult to do. Just even if you're struggling, use the tutorials. It tells you what to do. It gives you blueprints, and the game explains itself very well. And then you can build something like this. Look how horrendously unoptimized this is. Like, what is this giant space in here? I can't fit anything in here. Nothing will fit in here, and I'm literally blocking my production here. So what? It still works. I'm still producing these. These flipping things, they take forever to build anyway, so like it doesn't matter that it's not that efficient. And I'm still super early in the game. I'm sure later on I'm gonna have to like maximise my efficiency to start making stuff. From what I've seen, it seems insane. But yeah, I think that this system is very cool. It's very fun, and what it does is it makes you engage with exploration. Now, I'm going to move on to this exploration point now. I hate open world games. I hate them. I think they are the worst thing to happen to video games ever. I think they are worse than microtransactions, because I believe that the impact that open world games had on games in general ruined video games forever, which is why I think that Skyrim is the worst game ever made. So that's my opinion on open world games, and particularly games where they are open world and the point of the game is to go around and explore and do whatever you want. I hate those games. I think they are awful. This game has those elements. It has the open world element. It is not an open world game. You are locked to the regions based on your story progress. However, the exploration element, so this is like the area that you start. This is full of shit. Is the shit particularly good? Not really. No, you'll just see like these white triangles on the floor and you'll go and pick them up. It's very satisfying. You get account experience for doing it, so you are incentivized to keep doing it. The enemies that you kill, they hardly give you any experience. So what? You just go and kill them because it's fun. And the exploration then leads into gameplay. So you'll see these like yellow lines here, without explaining the system too much, because I said I wasn't going to do that. These are power relays. These are relay towers and relay cables. You have to lay them around the map and connect them up. You literally have to do this. Where's the... So you find a power source, which there are very little of. You press triangle, and then you literally run this cable to like, well, I've got one over here. This tower here. You run this cable to this tower here, and then you run out of distance, so it doesn't fit. That's the memes that you'll see online, and that's the point. You do that, and when I say this, I mean it everywhere. All of these cables here, these things, I had to set those up manually. There are no shortcuts. You have to run from area to area. You can't even use the zipline towers. You have to run and connect them all like that. It's not that bad. I actually enjoy doing that because it's very satisfying. So I'll show you why it's satisfying. Where am I? So where the point of you doing it, there are some like doors that you have to provide power to that you can open. But why it's satisfying is you need to mine the natural resources on the planet, and you do that by putting these mining rigs down, and they need a power source. Why do you need the mining rigs down? You need them to power your industry. The originium ore that those mining rigs over there were mining is used to, as you can see, make this dust, and then the dust is used to make these batteries. It's the same with the purple ore, which is amethyst ore, and then there's the blue ore, which is ferrium, whatever it's called. And then I think there's another one as well, but I've not found it yet because I'm not far enough in the story. So you're not only rewarded for exploring just for the sake of exploring. Oh, I found something cool. You are then given something, and you're not given power. You're not given like, oh, a broken weapon that because I went and explored this super remote cave in the middle of nowhere that I wasn't really supposed to find yet, and I've now got this broken weapon that steamrolls the rest of the game. Oh, lucky me, I love open world games. It's not that. You find something and then you use it here in your base, and you wouldn't be able to set this up if you hadn't put that effort in. You'd be able to set a little bit of it up, but you wouldn't have this. I would not be able to build anywhere near as much as this if I hadn't connected all of these down here, this one over here, this one there, and then over here as well. There's loads of stuff over here, if I wasn't moving the thing around like this one, this one, this one. Some of these were right pain in the ass to connect. But if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be able to build that base. So it rewards your exploration, like through unlocking additional features and expanding upon existing content. So that's the base building. So what am I gonna do next? So next, I am going to talk about the combat. Let's talk about the combat. So hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fight this guy, and I'm not fighting him because it'll take forever.
Let me see.
No, not fighting him because it'll take forever. I'll just fight this one because it'll take forever. So, combat in the game. I'm not going to explain what I'm fighting. You must have seen other. If you've seen my video, you'll have seen other people's videos on this game by now. So, this is like the first boss of the game. You can fight whenever you want. And the combat in this game is really, really good, in my opinion. It's if you played Tales of games, it's very reminiscent of Tales of games. If you haven't played Tales of games, I guess it's like you play Code Vein. It's a bit similar to that. It's like a faster-paced Souls-like. Yeah, it's a very, very fast-paced Souls-like. If you played Strangers of Paradise, maybe. Some of the weapons that you use, that you get in that, look like a bit of the same sort of style as this. But you will see, like, this combat is so snappy and satisfying. It just feels visceral. That's the only way that I can put it. Yeah, I mean, look at all this slowdown. Look at this. It's cool as fuck, man. So yeah, you know, marvelous stuff. We like the snappy combat. And this is the thing. Like, this is a game. This isn't a gacha. This is a game. A proper full game that you spend $49.99 on. That's, you know, what are you complaining about? It's free. So I think that there's a little bit less nuance there than, you know, I said that more of a joke than a real comment. Like, of course, there is nuance to that. The gacha system is predatory. It does want your money, and it reminds you it wants your money constantly. But if you just ignore all of that, literally just ignore it all, don't treat this like a gacha game. That was great. That combat was it was fun. It was engaging, and it's very, very, very satisfying to play. So next, I am going to talk about now a criticism that I have of the game, and it's so this is where this review is going to be a little bit different, because this is, I'm going to have to ask you to sort of like bear with me here, because there's some nuance to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport over here. I tell you, the load times are absolutely garbage. It might be different on your super high-end PC. It might be different on your PS5 Pro. Mine is a standard PS5. Load times that are as long as that in this day and age are not acceptable. Final Fantasy XIV loads almost instantly. You know, come on, we're in 2026 now. Sort your shit out, optimize your game. But yeah, so what I'm going to talk about now, I'm going to talk about slowdown. So if you cast your minds back to when the Final Fantasy VII remake came out, not Rebirth, remake came out, and people were criticising it for the forced slowdown. So what on earth is this thing? I'm going to die. So what I mean by forced slowdown is where you... I was hoping I was going to be able to give an example here, but I'm not. So forced slowdown is where your character decides that they are going to walk instead of run. They've been running the entire game, but your character decides that they're going to walk now. For no good reason, you know, that they'll try and say that it's because, you know, your character is you know, talking to somebody and another character's explaining something.
The results speak for themselves.
Why can I not get that? Yeah, so you know the characters are explaining something. There's always some convoluted reason why you're walking, but it's forced slowdown. So here's an example. This is a cutscene, right? I don't really care about the story of this game. It's, in my opinion, I'm not playing it for the story. I'm playing it for the gameplay. So let's skip the dialogue, shall we? So if I want to go through this cutscene and I want to read what's happening instead of listening to the characters talk, because I still want to watch the cutscene, but I want to read what the characters say and then move on to the next. I am mashing X. That took 2 seconds. Come on, give me some dialogue. I mean, this is obviously like just a okay, there's no dialogue. I was hoping that I was going to get some dialogue there. But what happens is you enter a cutscene, or you enter a... What the fuck? Oh, the thing's still... Okay. Yeah, you enter a cutscene, or you talk to an NPC or whatever, and it takes ages to skip dialogue. In any other game, you just mash X and it skips through the dialogue. In this, you have to wait an arbitrary amount of time before the characters will, before it will let you skip the dialogue. It makes no sense. And the reason they do that is to pad the game out. They make the game seem like it's long. What the hell just happened to my camera? They make the game seem like it's longer than what it actually is. Why do they need to do that though? Because this game is huge. Well, it's not huge, but like for the fact that it's free, oh, I don't think I can go this way yet. For the fact that this game is free, this game is huge. Like, they don't need to pad it out. So stuff like that just makes it pisses you off, and it punishes you for playing the story and wanting to watch the story. So what do? You skip it because it's boring to watch. It's not that the story is bad. I mean, I don't like the story, but some people might like it. I mean, I don't like the Arknights story in general. I don't think the Arknights story is very good. I have also played Arknights for like 3 years. I don't play this game for the story. I play it for the gameplay. But I would watch the story if I could read what the characters said and then skip through the dialogue that way. Like, I'm not just mashing X to like get through the dialogue and skip the cutscene that way. I'm pressing X after I've finished reading what that character said. I don't want to sit and wait for them to finish the voice acting lines.
The entire logistics area has been devastated.
Let me skip the dialogue. So that's annoying. And then the same thing then applies when you are trying to skip a cutscene. You can't skip the cutscene straight away. You have to wait for the characters to start talking before you can skip the cutscene. And sometimes it takes ages. It's ridiculous. So I think that having slowdown in games is bad in general. Especially like in this where, I'm sorry, but if they need like slowdown for load times, what are you doing? But yeah, that's very, very, very annoying. And I don't like that. That needs to be patched, because you are already you punish people for being impatient. Like, I'm mashing X now. I'm literally mashing X. The delay to those, for me to skip that, it's pointless and it's unacceptable and it's not needed. It's very annoying. So yeah, small rant about that. So I think in general, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the other reviews that I've seen, or some of the other points that people have made that perhaps both lack nuance and are disingenuous, I would say. See, like, I can't skip this. Why can't I skip this? I can't even skip this. It's not even a cutscene. I can't skip it. So I'll start with the negative stuff. This will be quick. So the people saying that this game is not free-to-play friendly, and it's terrible. The gacha system is terrible, and it's boring. Because you have to sit and re-roll for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and re-rolling is absolutely garbage because it's like 45 minutes for you to re-roll and you get like 5 pulls or something silly like that. Just play the game. Why are you re-rolling? I mean, I hate re-rolling anyway in gacha games like this, but like, why are you re-rolling? Just play the game. You've got 20 playable characters, and this. When I say playable characters, this is the gameplay. It's not, oh, I have some new pixels on the screen that does exactly the same thing as everybody else, and I just watch my character play itself. It is interactive gameplay. So just don't reroll. You know that something is bad, and then you are forcing yourself to go through something that is bad simply because you refuse to accept that the game isn't meant to be played that way. It's not meant to be played that way. The game is meant to be played. If you play this game as a gacha game, this is the same with every gacha game. It is meant to be played to make you spend money. You know this. You're playing a gacha game. You know that that's the point. That's why it's free to play the game, because they want you to spend money for convenience. They want you to spend money to get your favourite waifu character. Just don't engage with that aspect of the game, and you will enjoy yourself, because this is not a typical gacha. This game has gameplay. Obviously there's the stuff with PayPal. That's totally unacceptable, and that's, like, when I say totally unacceptable, I mean that is horrendously bad. Does it affect the actual quality of the game? Does it mean that the game is bad? Does it mean that the gameplay suffers because of that? No, that's not a criticism of the game. That's a criticism of the developers. You are right to criticize the developers for it. By all means, criticize the developers for it. Boycott the game. Don't play it, or play it and don't spend any money on it. Don't beg for pulls though. Don't beg for an apology, like apology currency, you know, like other games might do. Don't do that, because if you do that, you are engaging with the game in a way that promotes that predatory behaviour that meant that some people got charged $30,000 for other people buying shit on PayPal. Like, if you want an apology for that, especially if you weren't affected by that, you're being disingenuous. You just want free shit. That's nothing to do with the game. That's an indictment against the developers, not the game itself. Boycott the game because you don't like the devs, you don't like the predatory monetization. All of that is absolutely fine. You do you. And you know, you do you, and keep you and hold your head high. But don't pretend like you have the best interests of the players at heart when you're saying how you want, you know, the apology that they've given isn't enough. You know, you didn't get enough free shit, so the apology's invalid. That's bollocks. That is bollocks. So that's some of the criticism on the negative side. Now I'm going to address some of the toxic positivity that surrounds this game. So I have been sort of like witness to the Arknights community for, well, since I literally started playing Arknights on release, so I've been witness to their community since release. They are a very toxic, positive community in general. The gacha system in Arknights is not very good. It's not generous. It is not generous at all. It might be more generous than some gachas, but it is not generous. Don't fool yourself into thinking it's generous. It is not. It is really bad. Like the sparks are like, I think, what was it? Was it 180? So you had to do 18 10 pulls, or was it 300? I can never remember. It was either 180 or 300. So you had to do 18 10 pulls or 30 10 pulls, depending on, you know, how bad my memory is. That's not generous at all. You've got to do 30 10 pulls in a game that is not generous with its resources, and it doesn't give you free pulls, not on premium banners anyway, very often. That's not generous. I'll tell you what's generous. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis was generous until they started, you know, all the shit started happening with all the all the limited banners and stuff. But I was totally free to play in Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis after like the first month. I pulled everything I wanted. There wasn't a single banner where I wanted to pull on it and couldn't, or I wanted to pull on it, I pulled on it and I didn't get what I wanted. It was that game shit out pulls. You were doing like 10, probably on average you were doing like 2 10 pulls a day on average in that game. That's generous. Arknights is not generous, and this is extremely ungenerous.
This feels familiar.
But people are defending it. People are saying it's the most generous 1.0 or the best 1.0. That's the, what is it? What's that called? The Halo effect. The game is good. It is a really good game. I would spend money on this game if it weren't a gacha. To buy it, I would buy this game. It's good. That's where that analysis stops. It's not generous. It's not good. It's not good for a gacha. It's not generous for a gacha. It isn't. It is very ungenerous. It's really bad. The pull rates are absolutely abysmal. But it's a good game. So when you are critiquing this game, critique it for what it is. It is a shit gacha and a really good standalone game. So I think that is probably all I'm going to say for this review. Try it out yourself. Just don't reroll, and don't look at this banner and go, oh, look at her back, oh, she's nice, oh, look at her red hair, I want her to step on me. Just fuck off with all that stuff. Like the internet exists. Go on the internet. Like, this is a game, play the game. If that's how you enjoy your games, then fine. That's how you enjoy the games. You have to spend money. And for you to come into this game and think that you should get her for free without working for it, why? Why do you think that? Like, you playing this game for free is not why this game was made. How can you say that playing this game for free is not a benefit to you as a gamer? If you don't enjoy the game, then of course it's not. But if you enjoy the game and you're just annoyed that you can't get your sexy red-haired anime waifu, is that really a genuine criticism? I don't think it is, personally. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here then. And to anyone that does watch it, thank you. Especially anyone who's watched it all the way through, listening to me rant for however long this is, 35 minutes. And yeah, I will probably see you next time, probably playing an entirely different game. Who knows, I might make some more videos on this game. I do like this game, so we'll see. Anyway, goodbye.